One. Alright, so the title, page 56, is we are writing a system. Let me remind my class that I'm recording live, and I would not like to correct you and redirect you right now, Miguel. Okay, so when we say a system, is two equations, but they're not just two random equations that you put together. They're two related equations. So there's two equations that we're going to be writing, and they're related. They're not just like two random things together. It's two equations that are related. So when we write this, there are mainly two types, and there really just are two types. So that's why I'm folding it in half. We're on page 56. And so there's two types of equations we write down. Half of the work is really just to figure out which kind. Once you know which kind, I don't want to say it's easy, but it's straightforward. But if you know which kind they are, right after that, you know how to write them. Okay? So the two types that there are, straight down a vertical line. So the first one is a slope-intercept. If you didn't find your journal, Jonathan, there's paper on the second bookshelf that you could write the notes on, and eventually you can just glue it or tape it or staple it. So we've done on the second bookshelf, like the second shelf on the bookshelf. Alright, so the first one is a slope-intercept, and we've done this, Jaime, which it'd be great if you could put away your electronics. I've tried to get you to do that before. Slope-intercept is a y equals mx plus b. Okay? And the other kind we haven't done a lot of besides solving is a standard form equation. And they look different. Okay. There are two different types of equations. Once you know which one the problem that the words are talking about, Miguel, then from there you just write it in this format. Okay. So in the first one, how you know which one is which is, this is how you know which one is which. Like, how would you know which one to write? So I hope you notice a couple of things. Here, the x is with the slope. Here, the slope is not visible. They don't give you the slope. Does that make sense? That the slope is not here in this problem. There's no m. This is a capital B. It's not the same thing as a lowercase b. On the slope-intercept form, mainly the reason what makes this one different is that it has a slope. When we do these type of word problems, there will be a slope. So, how do you know it's a slope? Here are some key words. Here are some things to look for in the word problem to know how you know that it's slope. It'll say something like per, every, each, a, and then it'll say a week, a piece, a pallet, a table, per school, every school, each school. Keywords. So if you have a slope, you're writing it in this format. If you have standard form, it's not going to have a slope. It will not have a slope. What it will have instead is a total. Okay? So when you get the word problems, and you're going to get some in just a few minutes, is I'm going to ask you to please put a squiggly underneath the slope whenever you see it in the word problem. And whenever you see a total, I'm going to ask that you put a box around the total.